living a life of crime, lies, deceit, disloyalty. Fake niggas fucked up the streets with all this poison. Anything pop off, motherfuckers recording it. Broke bitches choicing. Damn, my mama warned me. Damn, I should've listened.
If you want to stop feeling a certain way, you must stop thinking a certain way. Yo, peace to the gods. Peace to the gods means peace to everyone who is aware that they are God, who is aware of the Christ consciousness, which is the understanding I am everything and everything is me. And being God comes with a lot of responsibility, because you have to take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. You can't point the finger and say this. No, because you're too intelligent. You have too much awareness. You know that when somebody triggers a certain emotion out of you, that's something that the universe wants you to take a look at yourself. It's something deeper than somebody did something to me. When you constantly point the finger, this is what Chief always tells us: reflected light from the Most High. My spiritual guru, my husband, and my OG, Elihio the Christ, I love myself. He tells us that if you point the finger, you're going to miss the point. If you say this person doing this and this person doing that and it's not me, you never going to grow. Because when those emotions are triggered, that anger, that irritation, the jealousy, the sadness, that's like an alarm for you to look at something, not for you to just push it away and say they did it to me. You have to take responsibility. But in this video, I want to talk about how feelings come from thoughts. A lot of people are suffering because of the things that they choose to hold on to, because of the things that they choose to keep on thinking about. You're not living. You're not living by constantly thinking about things that hurt you. You thinking about what happened last week, shit you did 3 years ago. Whatever the thoughts that you have that is causing you pain and oppression and is disturbing your inner peace, you need to stop and look at why you having those thoughts. Why do you keep choosing to feel bad? And that's the thing, there's a choice. You can stop thinking like that. You can say, I want to think about this. This makes me feel good. This makes me feel happy. I want to manifest more of this in my reality, because the universe don't give you what you want. The universe gives you what you are. So if you a negative person, you sad and depressed, you're going to constantly keep getting that, because I am God. Reality is a projection of my mind. Everything in this reality is a symbol for our mind and represents something about ourselves. And to know yourself, Chief teaches us this. This is one of the 5 sciences, astrology. As above, so below. Everything that's going on in the stars and the planetary alignments is being manifested here. So if you want to understand yourself and why certain patterns keep happening, you must take a look at your astrological program. Because I guarantee you, if you overthink about stuff and you be having you feeling down, it is an aspect in your chart that says that you do this. That's something I'm dealing with. Saturn square Neptune. It says that you overthink and that you feel guilt for no reason. And when you have that awareness about yourself, you can say, damn, that is something that my character goes through. And I know that this is a happening and it's not in my control. And I'm really just watching the character do all these things. And I can't be so attached to the character, because my true identity is shapeless and formless, is the nothingness, the perceiver that is watching the happening. And when you tap into your true identity, you can take a you can take a step back and just go on the ride, knowing that everything is predestined, everything is already written. That's why you have deja vu. You've done this many times before, acting like that you exist when you don't exist. Why do we limit ourselves to these finite forms? I mean, yeah, God broke itself up into many different pieces, right? And your character is the piece that God wanted to experience itself through. So we have to acknowledge that we are God, the oneness, and the character that God, the possibility, this piece of glass that so happens to be a EFRU. That's who you gotta accept. But you have to always be aware. And this is why she say, keep the knowledge no matter what you do. Keep the knowledge. Because if you ain't thinking about the knowledge, what you thinking about? This system, you know how they got everybody? Because they got your mind, they got your focus. They got you thinking that I gotta go to work and get money and relationships and parties and do this and do that, watch the news, TV, input. We are robots. We are organic robots. When we were born, input. Children, they want to get into everything because they're trying to understand. They're trying to understand. And input, you just put an input and information into a robot. And so after those 7 years are very significant for us, because after we get all that input from our environment, our parents and the people we're around and the things that they teach us and tell us, religion and name, and this is this and this is that. After those 7 years, we're just running off of the programming that we've been taught. And so you think you got to go to work. You think that Jesus is a white man in the sky. You think that men are monogamous. You think that, you think that you got to get a job. You think that you need to be with a white man so you can have pretty babies with good hair. And you don't understand melanin. You think you got to go to the beauty supply store and get a wig so you can fit into society. These are all ideas and thoughts that we took on because we've been told them out of ignorance. Life is an obstacle course and you got to just go through it. And this is for the chosen. This is only for the chosen who's still working or going to school and just like, what the fuck is this reality? What is this? You got to ask these questions. They tell you God created everything. Well, who created God? You have to ask questions. What is a tree? Why are human beings so disconnected from nature? Why are melanated beings so oppressed in this system? We have to truly meditate and ponder upon these things and not just get up and go to work. Because somebody told us we need to get a job. How you gonna survive? How you gonna survive in this world, girl? You gonna need a job. You can't stay in my house. You gotta pay a bill. You gotta get a job. When I was starting to grow my locks out, they told me, girl, you can't get no job with locks. I'm like, yo, you can't be natural in this system. Look at all the animals. We're no different from the animals. Do you see animals wearing clothes? We are supposed to be butt naked in the jungle. And we don't even know. We don't even know who we are. We don't even know where we are. That's how lost people are. And you have to get away from these people. You got to get away from these people who don't know who they are. Because you can't truly be on a spiritual journey bogged down by the frequency of this place that we, the chosen, are here to elevate. Yes, when you are able to understand the absolute truth and the highest frequency of knowledge there is, everything is on a spectrum and frequencies. When you understand the top knowledge, you have an obligation to apply this knowledge. To say, this is bigger than me. Fuck my feelings. Fuck, the little things that I go through because of the white supremacy programming, fuck that shit. We are here to do something big on this earth. And it takes patience and it takes endurance, because it's not going to happen overnight. Just like your growth and healing not going to happen overnight. I've been on my spiritual journey for 6 years. And I still got mad work to do. I've grown a lot, but I still got a lot of work to do. And I'm thankful for this space, because I feel like we're in this space where we're truly being put to apply the knowledge for ourselves. Because Chief, he has a big light, he has a big heart, a big energy, and he will fight every single demon. Man, if you're around him, he will fight your demons. He can feel what people are going through, and he will just speak the Holy Spirit to make you get out of the darkness of your mind and make it so clear. Because when you're going through a demon, it's just a shadow and the angle of bending of light in your mind that ain't fucking true. It's not real. It's a fucking illusion. And people give their precious energy and attention to illusions. Motherfuckers is delusional. And Chief, he has the clearest mind. Why you think people left their whole life to walk on the path and study the teachings and be in a space where they can apply it to their life? But you thought you were just gonna go to the jungle, eat your fruit and vegetables and eat all clean and holistic and be foot on dirt and sleeping in a tent, getting the sunlight, and you were just about to go on a water slide for the rest of your existence? No, bitch, no. Do you know that we got shit in our genetics? We got bullshit, ignorance, confusion, self-hate in our genetics. A program that's been running and running and running, which is why the human species have become so disconnected from nature, from where we are pooping in toilets and bathing in chlorine. That is how long this bullshit has been happening. And that healing process, you gotta be gentle with yourself. I'm learning how to be gentle with myself, because the demons and the shadows that I'm fighting are just the 23 from my mom and the 23 from my dad. I'm fighting that bond and that energy that came together. I'm fighting all the bullshit that happened in a relationship. Because literally, her genetics, his genetics come together and it made me. And so the generational curses is the shit that your Babylon family didn't work on. They didn't work on it. So now you gotta sit with yourself and your darkness and your shadows. And be still and say, I am God. Peace, be still and say, I am God. And when you just tap into that understanding of I am God and that awareness, you can get through anything. Because you see everybody as you. Because you know what you're here to do. I am God. And you understand that this is a happening. And sometimes you just gotta sit back and let it happen. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and let it happen. Because sometimes you get put through certain situations. And sometimes your higher self just wants you to experience pain. On a spiritual journey, sometimes the higher self just wants you to experience pain, depression, sadness, irritation, restrictedness, just so you can appreciate the blessings. Appreciate the freedom that's gonna come after you keep pushing through the muck.
Hey yo, what's up? This TV Killer. I hope you enjoy the content that you just watched. I need you to do me a small favor. Hit the description box, click on the beacon link, follow me on all social media platforms, including Rumble, where I put all the exclusive content that I can't put on YouTube. You know, all of the cussing and the fussing. Yeah, TV Killer forever.